may think that you're an efficient builder or just fast, but you are wrong. It may come as a shock that your house is bad, but if you look at other people's showcases, you'll soon realize that there's more to just building. So that's why I'll show you these 5 things that will drastically improve your speed and reliability, so you don't have a horrible build. But I will also add a bonus tip I don't see other creators say, and it is holding you back. I have been building for over 3 years, with many builds being used by big creators. Starting off with this first tip that I always use. This tip will have people with mixed opinions, but I think it will help you. The toolbox has helped many people, including me, make beautiful builds. Yet some people still see it as a dumpster or just a non-creative free asset. Therefore, they tell people not to use it, which is crazy. And I was one of them. When I started building, some people told me that it was bad, so I never used it until I did. But when I used it, it changed my build so much. Because you don't have to make everything yourself, instead you get it right there. Something such as terrain, realistic models, guns, or even scripts. So when people say they hate the toolbox, just slap them in the face. But this next tip will also really help if you can't line up your parts. Let's say that you're trying to make a professional build, but you always run into a problem. 2 parts won't line up. Whatever you do, it doesn't seem to work. So I'll show you how you can easily fix this with one thing called increments. When you set them to any decimal you want and you don't change them. What I mean by this is when you build, you pick 0.5, but during the build you change it to 0.4. Therefore, it won't line up because they aren't the same increment. So what I do is pick one, such as 0.2 or 0.1, and stick with it. That way you won't run into any problems again. But if you keep messing with it, it won't work and be fast. I always do this whenever I build. Trust me, it helped me so much. But where is my part? When you have so many parts or a model in your place, you will have to scroll up and down trying to find it. So you will have to organize. To be organized, you can name your part or put it in a folder. But why not a group? The reason you don't put it inside a group is because you'll have to move all the parts inside of the group. So you can just use a folder. A folder can put a part in a group, but it won't glue them together. Therefore, you can search the name of the folder and it will still be together with the others. But the other thing you can do is just name the parts. When you name the parts, you can still search them up and they won't be together with others. This simple method saved me so much time. It's crazy. But you do all that and it still takes you 5 hours to build. Well, to put it simply, plugins. Plugins are one of the best ways to become fast at building. This is because they make it fast. For example, Archimedes. Archimedes makes perfect circles with a few buttons, saving hours of pain. But how do you even get these? Toolbox, I told you. They give you many free plugins, some paid, but there are mostly good plugins that are free. So when you decide to make a car, you can just use Archimedes to make the wheels easily. Need to set the sun? Get sun position. Need to fill in a gap? Get gap fill. Need a good build? Get a good idea. But wait, how do you even get ideas to build? To get crazy ideas for a build, you will obviously need to search it up. So when you need an idea, just search it up. Wait. When you search it up, you just get shitty images. So how do you get good images? Pinterest, baby. Now, I'm not sponsored, but this is the best place to find great quality images. You get good aesthetic images that look crazy as a build. Now, if you stood around, you will love this last tip. When you build, do you click the move tool or use keybinds? If you click the tools, you have been wasting too much time. But what are the keybinds? They don't show in settings, but they do show in this video. You can use 1, 2, 3, and 4 to move, scale, and rotate with these buttons. Yeah, shocking. But the real stuff is Control L, Control U, Control G, Shift Scale, Control Scale, and many more. That may be a lot, but I'll narrow it down for you. Control L is local and world movement, which means you move parts by its sides or the world sides. Control U, ungroup. Control G, group. Control Alt G, group as folder. Shift Scale scales all sides at the same time. Control Scale scales opposite sides. Shift on part, change name. Z on part, zoom to part. Backspace, delete. Control D, duplicate. Control Shift G, union. Control Shift N, negate. Control X, cut. X or E, up and down. Shift WASD and QE, slow move. Control Z, undo. Control Shift Z, redo. There are probably many more, but that's the only ones I know that I'm aware of. So whenever you build any build, you will always be fast and clean, such as building a forest. But how do you even make a forest? Well, thankfully, I made a video about that. So if you need any help on that, just watch it and you'll be a complete pro.